Morning. Hope everyone is well. In a few hours' time, please God, we will light the first light of Chanukah. It's amazing. We take out the menorah every year and we get it ready and we clean it. And I hope every year you think about, what are we doing it for? Why do we fill these spaces with lights over a period of 8 days? The first few nights it looks so miserable. You've got a couple of flames over here and there's so much darkness and so much empty space. And if you persist, if you just keep going, don't give up, because you're looking down the line here and you're just like, it's not okay. There are all these spaces for lights and it's just rubbish that mine's so empty. Well, if you just keep going and have a bit of patience, then you'll get there. It might take 8 days, but eventually you will have a menorah or a Chanukah, whatever word you use to describe this beautiful, beautiful piece. You'll get there. And that's okay too. It's okay just to sometimes slow down and to realize that you can't always be the person you want straight away. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay to have those empty spaces. That's part of life. That's part of living. It might be difficult, but it's okay not always to be okay. It's cold outside and sometimes we're cold inside. It's not just cold on the outside world, but you're cold in here. And you open the front door in the morning and it's just, you don't want to put a smile on your face. You don't want to fake to the whole world that you're okay. And I'm telling you this morning that you don't have to be okay. It's okay not to be okay. Sometimes it's okay. And if you need to cry, you need to scream, and you want to shout, that's okay too. And I'm thinking this year that that's really, for me, because how we understand life, how we understand our festivals, absolutely has to change as we go through life, year after year. Different things happen to us, and if we always have that primary school babyish understanding of everything, then we're never letting our lives develop. We're never letting our festivals sort of catch up with who we are and where we are. Let's go back. You had this Greek Empire wanted to take over the land of Israel. And thankfully, this time, they didn't want to kill us. They just didn't want us to practice Judaism because the way we lived just really annoyed them. Obviously, it's deeper than that, but let's just say that there was a huge clash of what is the right way to live? What are the right ideas that people should have? And then what does your life look like because of what you believe? But the Jews weren't prepared to sit back and just take that. So a bunch of guys said, we're going to fight against an empire. And they actually won. Now, it wasn't a total victory, but it did bring peace and quiet for quite a long time. And it was okay. And then they got to Jerusalem and they saw the Holy Temple and it had really been destroyed. And at that point, they could have just said, what's the point? Look at it. Our holiest place has just been totally trashed by people that just don't respect who we are, what we're doing. But that wasn't okay. But they weren't prepared to just let that go. So they fought a little bit more, and eventually they got rid of the Greeks, and they wanted to get the temple back on its feet. They wanted to set it up again, clear it out, and get back with serving God in the way that they did back in temple times. They needed to light the menorah that was in the temple, not an 8-branch piece, but this was 7-branch, 3 on each side and 1 in the center. They needed light and needed oil, so they made the effort to find some. And they didn't really have enough for many days, so they just said it's okay. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay that we don't have any more oil. We're just going to try today. Because that's all we can do. We can only try our best and not worry about what's going to be tomorrow. So they made the effort to get it back on track, and then the miracle happens. And that suggests to me that if we just recognize that sometimes it's okay when things aren't okay, and we're going to just make the best of it, the best go of it. We're not in control, so stop pretending that you can control everything. Stop pretending that you can only do things when everything's perfect. You can't always have a picture perfect everything. That's not what life's about. So this Chanukah, as you light the candles, just remember, it's okay not to be okay. and no one's going to judge you. Enjoy the music. It was the inspiration behind this piece. Take care. Have a good day.
Okay to not be okay. It's okay to not be